Your Majesty, Mema Snati, House Princess Snati, MEPEC, Honorable John Mali, Daddy John Krem, Your Excellency, members of the Board of Directors of Help Lesotho, grandmother supporters, and honored guests. Ke a le dumedisa. Good evening. My name is Makatleho, and I'm a Mosotho, which means a grandmother in our own language, Lesotho. I have known MEPEC since 2009 to 2012, when I was working as the Grandmother Support Program Officer. We would not bring a grandmother from our programs because they would not speak English and would be traumatized to speak to you. But firstly, I would like to extend my most sincere thanks on behalf of all and each Mosotho grandmother and orphans for your support and generosity. Thank you for allowing us to heal our broken hearts through trainings and village support networks, which show us exactly that we are not alone in our struggle. Thank you for helping us to become better caregivers for our grandmother children. Thank you for providing us with seeds to plant our gardens, blankets. Believe me, some of them didn't have blankets to sleep with, shoes, food, and heart repairs to make our lives better, to give us hope and help us to work towards a brighter future for our families. When the grandmother program began in 2006, with the first group of 200 grandmothers from 4 areas, grannies lacked confidence, conflict resolution skills, the capacity and courage to take care of orphans, knowledge on HIV/AIDS, defeated by lives defined by poverty and grief. They were sick, angry, and bitter. At Help Lesotho, they are taught that even though they are old, they are still capable of having meaningful lives, and they have the capacity to help others. They no longer feel useless and discarded. They regained the capacity to work in their gardens, clean their homes, look after themselves, and care for their grandchildren. People respect them now after the trainings because they are in the program and they have some knowledge. They are now leaders in their communities and families. They speak up for themselves and their children now. People seek out help from them, and the grandmothers are taking initiatives to solve problems and influence change in their communities. The grandmothers love Help Lesotho, and we use a certain criteria to selecting them from the villages, and that criteria is choosing the most needy grandmothers while living with orphans. And the village leaders help us recruit the neediest grandmothers taking care of orphans for a 2-year program. When the program comes to an end, the grandmothers don't want to leave. Your support allows grannies and their children to heal, to grow food, to eat, and no longer suffer in silence. The Nkgonos say without the program, they would have died. Ruri re a leboha. Thank you very much. Grandparents, mainly grandmothers, care for grandchildren and other orphans left behind by the death of their parents from AIDS. The Nkgonos believe without Help Lesotho, HIV would have continued to spread and villages would have kept disappearing because they didn't know how to protect themselves from the disease or properly care for those living with HIV. At the first program, 94% of the grandmothers did not know what HIV and AIDS were, although all their children had died of it. Most of our grandmothers know their status and the status of their grandchildren because they are encouraged to test during grandmother days. They understand that HIV is no longer a death sentence, how to prevent the disease, and also how to care for themselves or others who are HIV positive. Our grannies are able to talk about HIV freely and in a constructive way to spread HIV prevention information throughout our villages. I'm sad to tell you that there are over 300,000 orphans living in Lesotho now. In the rural mountains, you can find one grandmother looking after as many as 9 orphans. On a small government old age pension, which is about $50 Canadian per month. The grannies love you. I can't wait to share all of your love and kind words with the Wonghono in Lesotho. Thank you for opening your hearts to grannies halfway across the world. Thank you for enlightening their struggles and providing over 1,500 families with new lives of hope each year. Thank you to all those who have been praying for us all these years. It means so much, and when we want you to know that we pray for you as well. God bless you. Thank you.